I think it's like, everything else. Having a second opinion, having a second look at it is always good. Plus, you've only had your experiences, right? Your growth as far as financial literacy and all those kind of things. So you know your situation. So there's so many things you don't know that you don't know, right? You don't know how to transition from the accumulation phase of your life to the distribution phase of your life. Those are completely different mindsets. Just because something is the best accumulator does not necessarily mean it's the best distributor. There are so many different things like that. Have you planned for Social Security and exactly really to the penny what it means? Medicare planning, we talked about that. Have you done that? I mean, to the detail. Have you ran a scenario? If you pass away, how is your wife going to do, or vice versa? What is the taxation to your kids of these IRAs that you've accumulated? There's so many different things. So what a lot of people do is confuse prowess on picking mutual funds or stocks on planning. They are completely different. The management of the assets are just one portion of what you need to have a really good retirement. One portion. You need a lot of the other pieces. And so I see it with a lot of people they have some time on their hands. Don't get me wrong, these people work hard, but they have time on their hands. Like you'll see it a lot with pilots. Pilots might work several shifts and a lot of hours, but then they have a week off, or something like that. So a lot of them, some real estate people, same kind of thing. They'll have different time that they can, and like I said, picking a mutual fund or stocks in the biggest bull market in history is a lot easier than picking it when it's really volatile or going down, right? And so I'm not saying that you're not good, but you need a second help, right? You need somebody to look at it again, put an overall view. They can put a 360 about the whole thing, say, hey, here's how everything works together. Even if you want to maintain managing a portion or all of it, whatever, having a second look. You think about, Tiger Woods in his heyday. He was dominating everything, winning every tournament, blah, blah, blah. He still had a coach. Now, why would he have a coach? There's no way that coach plays better golf than Tiger Woods. There's no way. Yet, he had a coach. Everybody needs that, right? There's
perspective.
There's perspective. There's things you don't know. There's just all these things. And you need to put that together and see the different phases in your life, different phases in the game you might not be an expert in. You need to basically go over those kind of things to make sure you're really prepared.